Hello and welcome to Lakefront News. I'm Serapio Marquez. Two of Our Lady of the Lake mass communication students attended the Donald J. Trump Make America Great Again rally held in El Paso earlier this week.
I am very thrilled to be here.
Student Santiago Reyes and Jeremy Faulkner attended the event held at the El Paso Community Coliseum as student journalists. They were among several of the media organizations that were there to cover the rally that took place Monday, February 10th at 7 p.m. Some of the items the president touched on the rally included the border wall, immigration, and the upcoming election, among other things. Joe Guerra, who lives in El Paso, shares his thoughts on the potential border wall.
I don't believe we have a crisis. I think it's status quo, like everything's going on as it always has been. Before the border wall came up in 2006 or 7, we were already one of the safest cities. So I think nothing hasn't changed, and there is no crisis, none that we've seen and none that we have felt.
Learn more about the students' experience on our website, lakefront.ollusa.edu. Soon, Elmendorf Lake may look different. The city of San Antonio is hosting a public meeting on the relocation of cattle egrets. Earlier today, I went out to Elmendorf Lake and found out what the relocation of the birds means for Our Lady of the Lake University. Right behind me are castle egrets that the city of San Antonio plans to remove for health and safety concerns. I went ahead and investigated and found out what that means for Our Lady of the Lake University.
Is that especially cattle egrets, which are the main ones that we're talking about, because there's a couple of different species of egrets that live on our lake.
Dr. Brianna Salas, assistant professor to biology at Our Lady of the Lake University, explains why cattle egrets find Lake Elmendorf so comfortable.
Of water. So these guys are nesting here because of our lake, and especially because we now have a really nice lakes after the rejuvenation projects.
The city of San Antonio supports a recommendation from the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Data, like publishable level data, but I've done some stuff with my students, and I know that Sarah, the River Authority, and I believe the USDA, who's behind a lot of this project, has done some water quality samples, and the nitrogen levels in the lake are extremely high because of the bird feces.
Salas says the high amount of birds may be harming the lake.
Impact on the ecosystem. For simplicity's sake, high levels of nitrogen can lead to very low levels of oxygen, which can then impact the fish species and the invertebrates and the plants.
OLLU student Maricela Camargo wonders what will happen to the birds once they are relocated.
Like, where are all those birds gonna go now? That's like their habitat, I guess, their little home.
According to the university, the reason for the relocation of the birds is due to safety concerns and a request from the city.
That when they're flying over to the landfill, they're crossing over the airfield at Lackland, and they're flying over the airstrips, in the hundreds or the tens, and it's really dangerous because obviously the planes can hit them.
According to the university, the reason for the relocation of the birds is due to safety concerns and a request from the city.
If the species were being completely removed, then I would say yes, we might down the line see some negative impacts, but since they're just trying to reduce the numbers, I think overall we're going to see increases in water quality and perhaps, increases in maybe even the diversity of other species that are around.
The City of San Antonio is holding a public meeting on February 11 at 6 p.m. in Providence West Social Room. OLLU employees and students are encouraged to attend and provide input. Reporting for Lakefront News, I'm Serapio Marquez. Are you second-guessing your major? Changing your major could push you back and may make you spend more time in school. Reporter Gabriel Torres investigates what goes into changing your major.
Thank you. Many students come to the university with a major in mind. After a few classes, they lose interest and want to change majors. I'm here to give you the latest on how to change your major and how it can affect you in your degree plan.
Changed my major in spring 2017, I believe. It's been around 2 years now that I am a mass communications major. I was first a bio major, but I wasn't really passionate about it, and the film classes here were much more my pace.
That was student Lauren DeLeon, and she explains why she changed her major. If you're thinking of switching majors and are afraid to do so, Jamie Andrus, Director of Center of Career Development and Testing, says that switching majors is common and isn't unheard of. For students to do so, it may not affect you.
Changing majors is a very common decision college students make across the board. A lot of us have changed majors, and that happens as we move on in our college years, as we experience new opportunities and programs.
Andrea says getting involved within freshman or sophomore year in student organizations or clubs relating to your major can give you insight to whether that major is a good fit for you.
Start getting involved in activity where they can apply the skills and the knowledge that they're learning in the classroom. So again, they can expand that vision.
He also mentions changing majors early won't affect graduation date or tuition.
With academic advisors, however, and especially from my perspective in career development, I highly also recommend that students meet with career advisors so that we can also provide some support to make the connections in terms of this new major.
Andrea says where students can get the forms to change their majors.
Academic advisors should have copies of these forms, and most definitely their registrar's office has copies of these for a major change.
De Leon says she doesn't regret changing her major.
No, I don't regret changing my major. I have better grades. It's something that I'm more interested in.
If you have any questions about changing your major, speak with your academic advisor or visit the Student Success Center. You can also grab the form to change your major at the Walter Student Service Center. This has been Gabriel Torres reporting for Lakefront.
On Tuesday, February 12th, Our Lady of the Lake hosted a college fair for high schoolers. Visitors had a chance to get information from over 20 colleges and universities. Some high schoolers got a tour of the OLLU campus and got to learn more about campus history. And speaking of ways to make money, Mission and Ministry is hiring 20 college mentors for this year's Encuentro Theology Institute. Lauren De Leon tells you how much money you can make this summer.
Are you looking to make more dough over the summer? The Encuentro Theological Institute here at Our Lady of the Lake University provides college students the opportunity to not only increase their leadership skills, but also their bank accounts. I spoke to program coordinator Roxana Chavez and asked her the purpose behind this event.
The institute that we have here is not a retreat, as a lot of people would suggest or think, or a camp, but an institute as a place of higher learning. So high schoolers will be coming to our campus to learn about themselves, learn about God through the eyes of ourselves as well.
Chavez explained how the Encuentro Institute got started at OLLU.
And this grant was awarded by the Lilly Endowment. The Lilly Endowment offered this amount for us to host an institute on our campus that would help high schoolers figure out their vocation.
Wondering how much the grant was worth? Chavez tells us the impressive amount.
Gloria Uravaso submitted a grant proposal along with the steering committee for a grant of $600,000.
Interested in participating? Chavez mentions what qualifications a college mentor will need.
They would have to be a current college student at Our Lady of the Lake University, and they have to be planning to enroll in the fall semester of 2019. They have to have a minimum, I believe, 2.5 GPA, but those are just basic qualifications.
Chavez says mentor training begins June 5th.
Training starts, so the mentors come in 3 days before our high schoolers arrive so that we can give them the proper training. And then on the 9th of the Sunday is when our high schoolers will arrive, and they will leave on the Friday. I believe that's the 14th.
Student Giselle Casarubias tells us her opinion on the Summer Institute.
I've heard about Encuentro, and I believe that it's a good opportunity for both the college students and high school students. They'll be able to grow in their faith, and then the high school students will get leadership skills through that program.
History at ministry@olusa.edu. This has been Lauren De Leon for Lakefront News.
One of San Antonio's most popular events is taking over the month once again. The rodeo is an excuse to bring out your best Western attire and join in on the fun. Reporter Danielle Ojeda tells us where you can ball on a budget for this year's rodeo.
Hunting for discounts and saving $1 wherever you can is something many college students do. And with the San Antonio Rodeo in town, we'll help you lasso in the deals for a steal on Western wear.
There's the fact that you kind of get more of like a personalized approach towards thrift shopping.
That was Our Lady of the Lake student Julie Guerra gearing up to shop to attend one of San Antonio's biggest events taking over the month of February. There is plenty of reason for students to want to splurge on the best outfit for the rodeo. But when you are shopping on a college budget, half-price jeans and boots can make you feel better about the buy.
So at Plato's Closet, we had a huge rodeo event. We saved our boots over the entire course of the year to put out at one time right before the rodeo starts. Our boots are priced 70% off of retail. I personally bought boots that were $35 and they normally retail at $250.
Shopping at nearby discount retail stores is one way you can explore the rodeo's fairgrounds for a fair price. Guerra expresses how shopping at discount stores offers one-of-a-kind finds.
If you're shopping retail chain, everyone else is going to kind of have more or less what you have, and it's kind of not as gratifying finding that one individual piece of outfit, and plus it's going to be so discounted and you feel so much better doing so.
For a list of rodeo events to dress up for, visit lakefront at OLLU.com. I'm Danielle Ojeda reporting for Lakefront News.
The Saints Productions Board invites the OLLU campus to their newest music series named Vibing at the Lake. The organization invited a number of musicians to perform on various days of the spring semester. The shows are all free and will take place in the mall area. Catch the first show this Valentine's Day during Community Hour. The university's Wellness and Activity Center is now expanded and offers students more exercise programs throughout the semester. The UX sent an email to OLLU students inviting them to free classes that include Zumba, yoga, and other workouts. Arrive to your class 10 minutes early and sign your participation waiver. The OLLU Police Department is hosting their annual Coffee with the Campus Cop. The OLLU community is invited to get to know the campus police officers and voice concerns. The event will take place in Main Building 128 on February 19 from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. Are you looking for a new work study and love kids? Well, America Sunrise is seeking OLLU students for their after-school teaching and literacy center instructor positions. Students will assist at-risk students in grades 4 to 7 with homework in all core subjects. Building literacy skills, instructors will also serve as mentors, promoting good citizenship and positive social skills. This is a work-study position, and hours are Monday through Friday between 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. More information can be found at the Student Employment Office in Walter Center. Brianna Salas, PhD, Assistant Professor to Biology, was one of the featured authors for the article, Biotech Stress Contributes to Seawater Temperature Reduced Stress in a Site-Specific Manner for Porturites Asteroids, and published in a peer-reviewed journal, Marine Biology. Stay with us after the break to find out where the women's softball team opened their season.
Have an event coming up? Why not advertise it in the lakefront? You can get your ad in as low as $50 in our university paper. With 1,000 copies printed monthly, your ad is sure to be seen. For more information on prices, email lakefront@olusa.edu.
Welcome back. The cold weather affected some games over the weekend, and the women's volleyball team welcomed a new head coach. Our baseball team took a win in Austin, Texas against the Houston Tillotson University. Saints scored 4-2 in the game. However, the game had to be cut short due to extreme weather. The softball team opened its 2019 schedule with a trip to Fort Worth, Texas for the annual NIA College Cowtown Classic. On February 8th, the Saints took on Bethany College and the University of St. Mary. On Saturday, the Saints played Oklahoma Panhandle State University. Our Lady Lake University has announced the hiring of women's volleyball head coach Scott Matera. Matera replaces previous head coach Jeremiah Tiffin, who left in December for a job in North Dakota. Matera comes to OLLU from an assistant position at Bellevue University following a successful career as both the head coach and assistant coach in the NIA, as well as the high school and club ranks. He has also spent time as a volunteer assistant coach at the NCIA Division I level. Pictures provided by OLLU Saints Information. Stay with us after the break for this week's weather.
I'm Santiago Reyes.
Welcome back. Let's take a look on how this weekend will look. This weekend looks to be partly cloudy. Friday will have a high of 86 with the low of 58. Saturday and Sunday will see temperatures in the mid-80s and lows in the 60s. Keep watching to find out about to the start of homecoming week.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
February 15 is the start of homecoming, and the first event is casino night. The event starts at 6 p.m. and ends at 9 p.m. in Chapel Auditorium. The night will be full of fun casino games, prizes, and dancing. Admission is $20 for alumni, current parents and family members, faculty and staff, and free for current OLLU students. Admission includes food, bar, over 21 only, beverages, and $1,000 worth of plain chips. That is our time for now. We'll see you next week. Check us out online at lakefront.OLLU.com.